Hello and welcome.
Welcome back to another episode
Don't look at me like
of
that. Oh my lord. Hearns Live, episode 116?
116 it is.
116 in other speak.
What other speak? Your speak.
Yeah. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's been a huge week in Hearns.
Been
Oh
massive.
my god, the past 48 hours.
Yesterday was really exciting too, wasn't it?
Super exciting.
So if you've been catching up with our social media, you'll know what we're talking about.
We've been tingling. We've been
Tingling.
pretending to work hard. Yeah, it's been so exciting. Oh, a little bit of wee even came out.
Oh, really?
I did.
Oh, I don't even know that.
Why?
Oh,
And
terrible.
I'm so excited. Who have we
Oh,
got
look at
watching
this.
today?
We've got lots of comments so far.
Really? Already?
Yeah. So we've got Maxim RC. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
We've
guys.
got 9 Steps Boss Man.
Nine
Mr.
steps,
Jeff.
boss man. On
He's
you,
on.
Jeffy.
Who else have we got on?
I bet he's excited.
Oh, I reckon he is.
Hey.
Captain S-Man is here.
Captain S Man.
Yes. And actually, most of these are Mr. 9-Step Boss Man. So he says, hello. He's good.
Keeps going.
Asking how we are.
That's
We're really good.
fantastic.
So
we
we got a surprise for him too.
got a surprise for him, haven't
Yeah,
we?
We have.
All right. So
What do we start off with?
car of the week.
We got 3 to choose from. Because one of them we don't really know what it is. Okay, so it's going to be educational. The other 2 we do. So what do we need to know about them?
Make, model, color, year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make, model, color, and year.
Yeah.
I just want
I
to.
reckon.
How come the lids are on? You never
I don't
usually
know.
leave the lids on.
Maybe I should have taken them off, eh?
Well, I don't know. I'm excited.
Are ya?
I'm buzzing.
We can always take the lids off.
Let's see what people say.
Oh, look,
Thanks, guys.
Anthony's on as well.
Anthony's on too.
Yep. And Peter Marzia. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
So what have we got first up?
We're going to talk about Koisho.
Why not?
Why
should
not?
do.
So we had a huge shipment of Koisho stuff in the store this week,
We did.
and some Vallejo paints, funnily enough. And we got stuck into a few bits and bobs.
We did. I'm going to take these things off.
And speaking of Koisho, have a look at this.
Oh, it's a bit special, isn't it? It really glows, doesn't it?
It does. It's actually probably one of the best bodies I've ever put. I think everyone is a little bit different, but we did this one in studio live, or not live, sorry, but we did it in the studio. We pre-recorded a show on painting and airbrushing techniques, using our airbrushing things.
Yep.
Hey, have we got a cleaning pot?
There's a cleaning pot just over there.
I feel that we should talk about the cleaning pot.
Yeah. I'm going to grab one.
Because that's super exciting too.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love
They're
the
so
cleaning pot.
handy.
I love the cleaning pots.
They make all the difference.
And this one here, we won't talk about the paintwork for a minute. So this one here, this is my Koisho phaser. This is a Hearns Racing Koisho phaser. And this is one that we've been building and preparing for myself. Yeah, and it's really, really cool. I'm really enjoying it. Absolutely really enjoying it. Got the 9 steps batteries in there. 9 steps Boss Man will love that.
Yep, they work really well.
I've got the Futaba receiver in there.
Yep.
And everything is factory standard. So I've got some sweet wheels in there and ready to go racing. So really excited for that. Now this one did start life as a Chevy Camaro.
It did.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get myself a Skyline, so I missed out on that. So I thought I'd do myself a race body. However, it turns out that this race body is going to a new home.
It is.
Yep.
So someone really special is going to get this.
Someone really special. Boss Man Jeff's going to take this one off my hands.
That's it.
And he's going to represent and wave the flag high.
Yep.
So, and he'll be able to look back. I'm really proud that it's going to a good home. He'll be able to look back when the episodes get released.
Yes.
And actually watch us painting it up.
That's right. Yeah, that's
so,
coming up in the next couple of weeks.
That is really cool. And it's a Bitty Design Hyper HR. And that's going to be a club race. It's not fantastic. I wouldn't call it concourse body.
You've done really well.
But it's, you know, like I
doing
said,
all in one session.
That's right. It's all pretty cool. So Boss Man Jeff's going to love that. So that is Koisho phaser. Now, not only did they come in, we've also got parts and parts and parts.
Parts and parts and parts.
Which is really cool. So if any of you guys out there, Bendigo is our main club that we get behind.
Yeah.
And the phases out there are huge. So we thought we better get some kits, we better get some parts.
Yes.
So we've got a full stock of everything from the plastic pinion gears, diff gears, shocks, dog bones, arms, hubs, you name it.
Yeah.
So spares. So we got those boys covered. And you know what? All the argy-bargy down there, I don't think I've actually seen one break.
They're actually really tough. That's the most impressive thing about these particular cars. after you see the way they hit each other,
and bounce off.
That's right.
And
I mean, things will break, but I mean, it's not as much as you expect.
No. And
It'll
it's a really good stepping stone for people. You know what I mean? They can really learn the fundamentals, but you don't get lost and snowed under with setup because there's nothing to do to them.
No.
There's a little caster clip adjustment on the front, and you've got preload on the spring collars. But looking at the way that it sits with no preload collars on there, it's nothing to change whatsoever.
Right. So it looks like Jeff likes that body quite a bit.
Does he?
Yep.
Probably loves it. He's probably tingling.
It's beautiful.
Probably tingling all over.
Better than BJ's lunchbox.
Better than BJ's lunchbox.
I don't know. I ate my lunchbox today. It's pretty tasty.
Yeah, the BJ bento box.
That's it.
Hey,
Yep.
The master of his own. I'll stick in that lunchbox. So, what else came in? So that's Koisho. I've touched on that.
Yep.
And congratulations, Jeff, on your new Hearns Racing body.
Yep. That's cool. This is pretty special.
That is special.
What is it? It's like a very nice looking case.
This is Aromax's new 4D setup station.
Yeah, special.
So, and I haven't actually had one out of the car. I had one out of the packet and played with it yet. But you know what?
Aren't we?
Why not? Let's have a look. Let's see how hard these bad boys are to set up. Now, I've got a couple of cars here, but I actually thought that I might jig up the old phaser.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So we should. Because, I mean, they're designed to work on most touring cars.
So have a look here. I don't know if you want to zoom in up there, Beach.
Let's have a close look. Oh, that's probably too much.
So, oh, there we go. Look at that. So we've got ball race guides here.
Yeah.
So where traditional setup stations will have a perspex on top.
Yes.
To read the toe. These ones here, it will tell you the toe on the little indicator here and the gauge here.
Yep.
And also your wheel track.
Yep.
So obviously one side over here doesn't move.
Yep.
That's stationary and it's fixed.
Yep.
But then you move over here and you can see your wheel track, and individually you can see your toe settings, which is really good.
Yep.
Because before there used to be a big plastic bar that you would slide across from one side to the other.
Yep.
And then you'd move it back, and often it would give a different reading.
No,
you know what I mean? And once the plastic got scratched, it was hard to read.
Yeah. So that's good. So that's on the base now rather than on the top.
Yeah. So that's on the base now. So this is the 174040-B. And the B represents the twin axle model. So twin axle in regard to front.
So it's like a full set.
Full set.
Yeah.
So you can either get a full set or
a half set.
A half set, I suppose.
Yep.
Where you just do the front and the rear independently.
Yep.
So I can see why you just want to get that set. And also, but this way here, it stays moving the car around.
Yeah, that's right.
So you put that here on your setup board.
Yeah.
I might actually turn this setup board. Maybe this setup board isn't the best.
Shiny.
So this is exactly what this setup board's for. However, in the studio light, it's probably not the best.
What if we just do it on a rubber mat? Or even on the bench?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit of glare off there, aren't we?
Yeah. So ultimately, I mean, a flat board is what you want. But just for demonstration's sake, let's set it up here so everyone can see what it's like.
So, and here we've got our wheel plates. And you can see I'm taking this out of the packet now. I hadn't opened this one previously.
Yep.
It comes assembled. The other ones you used to have to assemble every time because they were sort of flat packed.
Yep.
And they're very big and bulky.
Yep.
So the case was nowhere near as nice.
Looks like we're lagging a bit on our video. So
Lagging.
Apologies for that. So that's with the streaming.
So what? It's all jittery or
Not sure.
just buffering?
Could be.
And here we've got our thumb screws.
Oh, I should be getting better. Oh, came down again.
What's happened?
I don't know. The network on the streaming is looking a bit tight.
A bit dicey.
Yep.
So there we go. So that is a setup station out of its little box. And what a beautiful little, so it's like a, what do you call it? A soft hard case. Is that a thing?
A soft hard case?
Can I call it a soft hard case?
How about a hard soft case?
A hard soft case.
Yep.
Whichever way you want. Where's my 9 steps toolkit? Have you seen it, Beach?
Hey?
My 9 steps toolkit.
Oh, I think you got your hands on it, haven't you?
It's usually what I've got my hands on.
Let's see if the video's better.
So I need a 2.5mm Allen key. You have a look at this and talk to the people while I get over here. We're still in the overhead, are we?
Yeah, you want to go to the front?
Well, I don't know.
There
It's
we
not
go.
very exciting watching me unscrew the wheels.
Okay, so we've got the full set here, which consists of your base angle part. Okay,
Angled angle.
angle, yeah.
Is that the
So
thing?
basically, it just means that the full set's got double of what the half set has. They're exactly the same components, front and back. Advantage being, as you said before, is we can set up the car completely without having to move this setup station from each end.
Now it does come with some screws for your axles, but if you've got a phaser,
Yep.
you'll know that you just have got a single wheel.
Yeah, so it's got bolts, right?
Yeah.
But it still all works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just bolt up the adapters onto the wheels. And then we've here, so this side has got a 0 point.
I hope I'm doing this right.
So we could set that up. Well, actually, it's set up at the 5 mil mark, okay? And then you've got the roller adjustments over here. And it's great that these adapters here have got the ball joint in the center, so that they just sit within this point here. And we'll be able to measure the toe angles, and there's absolutely no play. Okay, so whatever angle it goes, it's always supported.
Yeah.
It's got lots of bearings in there too.
Really nice.
Mm.
And it looks, like I said, I just like the way that it packs up and down. It seems to pack really nicely.
Yeah.
Old ones were quite awkward, and
Well,
they were quite tall.
That's
as
very
well.
compact, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because even with one of my old setup stations, in this massively huge aluminium box,
In your lunchbox.
I could put my lunchbox in there, and there'll be room. But yeah, very compact. Gives you all the information you need. And these are really important when you're setting up the car. You make sure it goes straight. Nothing worse than having a tweaked car when just one side of each corner is a bit funky. Because you'll never be able to adjust that out if you don't know what's going on.
No.
If you don't measure it up with one of these, then you really wouldn't know where to start.
And it's really a one-time investment if you look after it.
Yes.
So if you buy this, it's the sort of thing that you will have for 10 years. You use it on multiple cars.
That's right. So this particular one is in the size of a touring car. Now, if you do bigger stuff as well, then there will be bigger ones coming in the future.
I dare say that there will be off-road and 8 scale available soon.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to
So I've got
the
this
topsies.
So I've got it on the axles here. You can see here that it just pulls straight up.
Yeah.
Those beautiful calipers. I like those.
Yes.
Everybody takes them off, but you know what? I think I'm going to leave them.
We're going to have to shift this across.
So
It's
you-
actually the wrong way around.
The wrong way around. Oh, that's something I would do. Isn't it?
Just to be different, eh?
Yep.
All right. So normally we would have these mounted the other way, so it'd be easy to read the toe angles. But I mean, you can still read them here.
Well, it was a new thing for me.
Yep. Okay. So we've got those lined up. Let's cut this in tighter.
So you want to do, when you do your setup station, you want to do it with your battery in,
Yep.
usually your car at ride height and ready
Yep.
to go.
So what are we looking at here? So at the back,
Yep.
we can see that they're pretty even.
Let's zoom right in.
Yep.
Have a look at that.
Okay. So you've got your little white triangle there, which is pointing towards the angles.
If that's
And-
not 3 degrees, I'll go, hey,
Well, it's 1, 2, it's 3 degrees.
3 degrees. What's on the other side? Let's see how good. This car's out of that.
1, 2, 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. So both sides are 3 degrees.
And not that this car has adjustment for that,
Yeah.
but it's a good indication if something's bent. If I
Yes.
have bent a hinge pin
Yes.
or a suspension block,
Yep.
you wouldn't have that.
No. So
Yeah.
you can imagine if you had the toe, both the left and right, and one's slightly off, it's going to be pulling to one side, isn't it? It's going to be forcing the rear to try to go to one direction.
It will.
Yeah. And then on the front end,
And then on the front end,
we're just going to make sure that we've got the steering centered.
yeah, so usually you want to do that with the radio on.
Yep.
I prefer.
Yep.
Because here's another cool trick.
If you just power it up, you go into center.
No.
No?
I've got my radio.
Oh, you got your radio. Well, that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Because here's the other thing that you can do.
Yep.
Is you can have a look at your endpoints.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you want to do it gently.
Yep.
And then that way, you know that you've got the right throw left and right.
Yep.
And you can also take your Ackerman, if you're playing around with your Ackerman settings,
Yes.
you can also have a look at the differential in angles,
Yes.
which is your Ackerman.
Yes.
So yeah, so you want to make sure that your steering central, again, at ride height.
Yep.
And see, did I get my trim right? Keep
It's
in mind,
pretty good.
keep in mind, this car's never been driven, so the trim could be out.
That's pretty close. You got a little bit of toe in, a touch.
Really?
Yep.
Factory toe in.
Yeah,
Well, I can't
just a
change that.
touch.
I can't
But it could
actually
be from
change that.
play too, right?
I'd expect it to be neutral or out 1 degree, but the fact that it's even close,
Yeah, it's pretty
because
close.
like I said, I've never even driven it down the road.
Yep.
So, and you'll find that it doesn't matter how good you set a car up, you usually go 1 or 2 clicks on the transmitter some way.
Yes. Yes.
And then, so that is the toe setting.
Yep.
And over on the sides here, we've got track. We
Yep.
should be seeing our track width.
Yep.
Can we see that from the camera?
Can do.
Probably not.
So it's about one. Well, we got +5 on this side.
Yep.
Okay, so over here we're at 184, I think.
Yep. And over here, we're at 186. So we're
Yeah.
a little bit wider on the rear than the front.
Yep.
Which is the common setup. But
Yep.
there's also a base indicator.
That's right.
That'd be more so, I think, for when you're tuning. Like generally, it's a pan car, but you'll always on your high performance, not so much on the phaser, but on your high performance tourer, you can play with your track.
Yes.
That's one of the common adjustments to either to dial in or dial out aggressiveness or outright traction and feel.
Yep. I guess the other thing that's important is we'll probably sit around this way and get it from the front camera. You may not be able to see, but across the top here, it'll be showing you the camber angles. Okay, and the camber is how much the tire is actually leaned in towards the middle of the chassis.
The top. And it's got nice big dials here. And again, this car's not adjustable, but both of them are at -2 degrees, 2.5 degrees. So that is really cool. Again, we can't see it on the camera, but yeah, because I can't zoom that one like we can. But if I hold it up,
we could try. I might be able to focus it. Want to give it a go?
No, I was just going to hold it up like yay, without it all falling apart.
So
just to show.
Yeah. So there's your camber angles.
So you're never going to have 10 degrees.
Yep.
Well, you shouldn't have, I suppose. But 0, and you got like plus up to 5.
Yeah.
So, and that is your camber angle there, and that's how it sits.
Yep.
So that is really cool. That is the Aeromax 4D setup station.
That's really exciting because we haven't had any setup stations for a little while.
No.
We're in anticipation waiting for this new
design.
system. Yeah.
And I'm really happy, and I love how compact it is. Like mainly because that one used to be quite tall, and then you knock it over on your pick bench.
Yes.
And it comes in a soft hard case or a hard soft case.
Yeah.
Way you look at it.
It's a medium hardness case.
All right. So that is the Aeromax 4D system.
Yep, really good. So available in a 2-piece or a 4-piece set.
Absolutely. All right. I'll pop that one away.
All right. So in the meantime, we've had some guesses on the cars, and I think the easiest car has been guessed. Okay, so we've got the yellow, the Reliant Regal, which it is.
A what?
Reliant Regal.
Are they reliant? Are they reliable?
Well, 3-wheeler, mate. I saw them drive them around in Top Gear years ago. They did some pretty crazy stuff with them.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've seen Mr. Bean do some stuff too.
So I've got a 1955. I actually don't know. Does it sound about right?
You should know.
I don't know.
Well,
What does that say?
you are the ones that chose them.
Yep.
Which one?
The one in the middle.
This one?
Yep.
There's no year there, mate.
Isn't there?
No.
Oh, okay.
1955 it is.
All right. Okay, now the red car, Morris Minor Van, and I think you're right there.
Is
I
it?
think that sounds about right.
Doesn't it have something in front of the Morris?
What?
That Austin, is it?
Austin Powers.
Austin Morris.
I don't know. I think Morris. I think they're pretty good.
I think these cars that you've chosen are below par, mate.
What do you mean?
I think you need a talking to. I don't think I'm going to let you choose cars again.
Come on, they're good. They're all different colours.
Get back in your lunchbox, mate.
That end one's going to be hard.
Is it?
That darkish one.
Don't say what colour
I'm
it
not
is.
going to say the colour. It's darkish. All right. Okay, so let's move along. So we haven't got any more guesses there.
No.
But the yellow one's done.
The yellow one is done.
Yeah. What should we do? Should we talk about the other body that we painted?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Painting. And 9 step. Where's the cleaning pot?
That's right. So there's a cleaning pot here, or there's the other ones are around the corner. So here's the other body that we painted during the week that we filmed. So you'll be able to see the tutorial. This is identical to the one that Brett painted.
Yes. That is a Bitty Design and Hyper HR as well.
Yeah. But this one's been painted for Damien.
Yes. This one is for Damien.
Yep.
Not
so the request was yellow and orange. Okay, so on the spot, just decided to do a different sort of scheme. So there's a lot of blending involved there with a really clean white front end.
And a really nice metallic that you've used there on the rear of it.
Yep. So the rear and also the yellow is a metallic.
Is a metallic too.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's a vast difference between your airbrush work and mine. Like mine's just
different style.
Mine's just hosed up
What we
against
like.
tape like a chimp. Yours is shadowed and coloured in a bit more texture. Look at these go fast stripes here.
Little lines here.
That's right. Look at these go fast blends.
Blended.
You got blends in here.
Yeah. Color contrast of the blue. Totally contrast in color. And then we go to the yellow and the blend there.
And the brilliant white.
Yep.
No, I think Damien's going to love that one.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
You know, I think you smashed it out of the park. I've never seen you paint. I've never seen you paint the RC body shell before, but I see a few more in the future.
Oh, there you go.
I think you should do lots more. I think we should open up the lines to take requests for you to do them.
Really?
You're not busy enough.
Oh, not at all.
You finished spoking those wheels, haven't you?
Oh, just got one more to do.
You have a look at that.
All right. So this is
my favourite thing.
These are the cleaning pots.
How good are they?
So the great thing about them is it's going to stop you from getting a whole lot of haze around when you're clearing out your airbrush.
Yeah.
Because it's going to catch most of the haze in there.
Yeah.
There is a breather hole with a filter on it. So you get a little bit of haze coming out of there, but a heap less than if you didn't.
Yep.
It's got a little, what do you call those?
Baffle?
Baffle, that's it. So it's got a baffle on the inside. So as you spray, you'll hit the...
go in the overhead.
It'll hit the baffle.
Now this is my one that's seen a bit of action.
Yes. And that'll just help it drip into the
bowl.
Yep. Because that reduces the amount of vapor as well.
Yeah. And all I do here is put a little bit of wet paper towel in the bottom.
Yep.
And boom shanker.
Boom shanker. So it also acts as a holder.
Where's the airbrush?
So
where's the airbrush, Beach?
Airbrush. You know where they are. So it's got nice weight to it. It's got a really firm leg here that'll support the weight of your airbrush as it's going. So
got a firm leg, hey?
If you can, firm leg. So if you can imagine, let's just try and fit that in there without it falling off because I'm holding it on its side now. That'll be easier for everyone to see. Just poke it in here. There we go.
Look at that.
And there you go. You got a holder.
And you empty the contents of your airbrush.
Yep.
Into your paint pot.
That's right. So it's got the rubberized end here. So it semi-seals your nozzle. And as you squeeze this down, all the paint that's flowing will hit the baffle, end up in here.
Yeah. And I actually use it as an airbrush stand. My painting booth at home is not very big.
Yep.
But it works as a good little stand. You can fill your paint pot up and stuff. Yep. And
so here's the little breather hole.
Yep.
With a filter in there. Okay, so there's one filter. There are spare filters here
as
well.
Replaceable ones, and I've just stacked them on top of each other.
Yeah,
is that wild or what?
That's fine. I mean, it comes with another 3. I mean, I'll do the same thing too. I'll put them all in there.
Stack them all on.
Yep. And then the cap just holds them all in place.
And this has done plenty of bodies. Let's have a look at what they look like.
You can even just flush them out.
Look.
Yep, they're pretty cool.
They're still spotless. And I've got 4 jams in there.
Yep. And when you get these, there's a little guide here to tell you how to clean.
I'll tell you what there's not.
What isn't it?
There's not a barcode.
Oh, there's no barcode. All right.
There's not a barcode.
Fair enough. Okay, but there you go. So that's the 9 steps. Airbrush cleaning pot.
I love it.
Super well.
It does, doesn't
so
it?
good.
No, not the airbrush.
And the airbrush is 9
no,
steps.
This is our 9
That's
step.
a premium.
Premium 0.2.
That's a 0.2 that we use to spray those bodies.
And we painted 2 bodies.
Yep.
And probably 11 color changes.
Yes.
And not a single nozzle blockage.
No, that's right.
And they were all water-based acrylics.
Yep. And I'm surprised at the coverage because we actually cover quite a bit with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
as you can imagine, the body is pretty big.
And you just finessed it.
Finessed it
like a star. 9 steps.
That's it. That's
9 steps painting pot.
That worked really well.
Lovely.
All right.
What else have we got this week?
Well, let's see if we've got any more guesses here.
This is on the car.
No, it's still at the same spot.
All right, good.
Same spot. Okay, and once I have some issues with our streaming, and I've got the little mark coming up that we have some.
Did you break it again? Don't tell me you've broken it.
I haven't broken it. I touched it.
Out the way.
Oh, what's that?
Well, you can very clearly see exactly what it is, mate.
What is it?
Don't act a fool with me. Skeletrix.
Skeletrix.
Back to the Future.
Versus the Knight Rider.
Which one are you?
Oh, I love the Back to the Future.
Yeah?
I don't know. I
What do
grew
you
up.
like
I grew
most?
up with Kit though.
Yeah?
He had all that. Little flashing
I
light.
reckon Nick's got the same shoes as this fellow.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. He's got the lace up, the automatic lace up.
He pushes them.
Yeah, that's it. For sure,
Really?
he's got them in the collection.
I don't know if you've seen them. That's cool. Imagine that. That's a really weird.
I like Kit.
You like Kit?
I don't know. He's just cool.
What
No?
car is Kit?
Kit. He's like a. He's
What's
like
it based on?
he was like a 1981 Siri. No.
You're right there.
Hey.
Yeah.
And have a look at the track layout. How much length have we got?
Yeah.
In this. So it's 1/32 scale.
Yeah.
It's 5.3 meters in length. So it's a fair old setup,
It's
isn't
big,
it?
isn't it? Well, you can see by the size of the cars there.
I like it.
Mm.
I like it a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a Kit kind of guy.
Yes.
But that's a great Scott. You know, reckon he'd hit 88 miles an hour
I've done 88 miles an hour before.
and
But
then got
that was good
got
to know.
airborne on a closed racetrack, of course. All right.
All right, so we're going to be a bit lagged at the moment because
Why?
the thing's still going a bit funky. See a little thing in there.
I
So
think you're.
unfortunately, our internet is a bit funny because I think the weather's a bit
Oh.
funny.
They're here to fix it.
They're here to fix you. All right.
I feel that I've just dominated the show. What else is news this week?
Well, I was going to talk about Machining Krieger because it's Machining Krieger's 40th anniversary.
40th.
It's pretty fitting because we got our 75th and they've got some new kits on the way too. But I thought I'll bring out some of our specials that are pretty rare.
Now, you know, Machining Krieger is my strong suit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
They're robots,
Hey.
aren't they?
Well, some are autonomous and some actually have things in them. Now, what we've got here is this particular one. This one, the Super Jerry. It's got a
Super Jerry.
That's got a pilot inside. Okay, and that's from the mercenary groups.
Yep.
Which is like I guess you call them the rebels. Now these two are from the Strahl group, which are like the
Which ones are
ruling.
which ones are goodies and which ones are baddies,
Well,
mate?
you can call these the goodies, and these are the baddies.
Oh, really?
Okay,
The baddies get the bigger box.
they've got the bigger stuff.
Really?
Okay, so you got your pack crate, which is really classic. This is super rare. This particular boxing of it dates back. It's probably 10 years old now. maybe.
Really?
And then you got the special Custer version,
Costa.
and that comes with a Friedrich suit. So there's a dude inside a big suit, and then you've
Named
got the
Friedrich.
Custer. So the Custer is basically the same as the Crow, but it's got different weaponry and slightly different things on top of it. So we've got all kits coming in during the year for the 40th anniversary as
Yep.
well.
You
The
do
new
love-
Melzine.
And
That's
you know
coming.
what I can't believe how much of it sells, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it's so bespoke
It is.
that
So
people know what they want when it comes to this stuff.
they do. So there's not a lot to learn. If you want to get into it, it's a very open platform. So the storyline is very vague.
Mhm.
So when you build these, you can sort of build it to the style that you like. There's a particular aesthetic you just follow, and you're right. So it's basically a lot of German World War II elements with sort of steamy, punky, old shapes.
Is that why it's called Super Jerry? I just tweaked.
There's a lot of German references, like Krot. I think that means frog.
Frog.
And then Kuster
What? There's a
and
picture.
Friedrich.
There's a picture of a frog on the box, so that would make sense.
Well,
Not that
probably.
I speak German.
But what do you think the Kuster is? This one's got a skull and crossbones. I don't think that means that.
Pirate.
Pirate. So apart from these three, which I just picked because they're pretty special, we do have a lot of others as well. So if you want to check out our website under the Machining Krieger little pop down, you'll be able to see our full range. And we've got heaps. We've got heaps at the moment.
Enough range.
It has been like really scarce before.
Well, I was going to say,
It's
I
a
don't
bit
think
easier to
we've
get.
had, I don't think we've had any for a couple of months. Well, not that we hadn't had any new stuff for maybe a couple of months.
That's right. But we do have a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
And this is stuff from Wave Corporation, which is a lot of the reworked Nitto original kits. We've also got some of the newer Hasgal stuff too, more affordable. So there you go. Have a look at it. Affordable, because these are pretty pricey.
Yeah, but these are bespoke.
They are bespoke because
No?
basically when these are released, they're never going to re-release them with the
No.
same version again.
No.
And that's
you
a collectible
you can't
value
get
of it.
between somebody and their Mac kit. They lose their mind.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
If they see that on the shelf and that's what they want, there's nothing stopping them from taking it home.
That's right. Yeah. Better watch it. You get injured. All right, so that's Machining Krieger.
Machining Krieger with beads.
I love it.
Machining Krieger with beads.
Yep.
Love it. What else have you got for me today?
Let's see what we've got up here.
Cars.
So we've got a little bit of stuttering.
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed with what, the cars?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because nobody's guessed them. I
Oh,
don't feel that there's a lot of energy going on with the cars.
come on, guys. Let's have a look.
So this one's guessed.
This one's guessed. This one's pretty much guessed. We've got the darkish one, the darker one.
So it is definitely got 3 wheels.
3 wheels.
Did they forget one or what? Like,
No,
what
they
was
had-
their thinking?
That had to do with the cost of registration. It's cheaper registration with 3 wheels.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you paid per wheel?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a bit like in Japan with their K cars. So smaller than, what was it? It was 1000cc. They're called K cars, and they get a cheaper registration.
Really?
They're little cars, like that they had to cappuccino and things like that.
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino, remember that?
Sounds a bit foamy.
Yeah.
But
All right.
little car here is still waiting to be discovered.
Yep.
What have we got?
So from there, we've got a lot of RC, haven't we?
So much RC. So huge, apart from before I start getting out more stuff to show you guys, we had some huge news from Kilo Off-Road Club yesterday.
Yep.
So they've just been approved for a massive project out at the track.
Yep.
And that's the major off-road track that we get behind.
Yes.
Now, where are my notes? Excuse me, because I had to take notes down for this.
Okay, so what have we got?
So the committee has been working on this since February 2021.
Yep.
They started on this.
Yep.
So what they're going to do is they're going to put an all-new canteen,
Mhm.
a permanent fixture building.
Which is pretty exciting because the canteen that they run is excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, it is excellent.
Even though they do it in the
The
open.
club does, yeah, they just do it under a pop-up tent.
Yes.
And the guys here that do that, you know, they do a fantastic job, and the racers love it.
Yes.
So they're getting all new, we're getting a whole new apron poured down,
Yep.
concrete apron poured down. There's a whole new timing hut, a new built-in canteen, and a new storage container.
That's exciting.
And that's all going to be cladded to make it look like one big building.
Yep.
And it's really going to lift, again, with new fencing and landscaping. So it's really going to lift the visual aesthetics and the functionality of the club.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a class club already, and this is just going to like put it beyond that.
Yeah.
It's going to be
And
spectacular.
I know that Simon's gonna grill me for this, but there's like 200 plus members, 250 members, I
Yep.
think,
Yep.
and that is huge for off-road clubs. So they're
It
doing
is.
really, really well.
Yep.
So it's really good to see.
Yep.
On a downside is that the track will be closed from Monday, the 22nd of October. Sorry, the 22nd of August.
Right.
That's when works are starting.
Okay.
So the track will be closed.
Yep.
And it will be ready for the bash.
Okay, which is exciting.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that is
so
the
that's gonna
last
be a
weekend in
huge event
October.
too.
So
Yep.
that's going to be huge.
Yep.
So the Bash guys are pretty much going to be the first event, I think, where it's going to be actually open for them.
Wow. Wow.
So-
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, there might be a club day before,
Yes.
but we'll see. It is earmarked to end mid October.
Yeah.
So they're going to do that in all a month.
Fantastic.
So it is really
Yeah.
good.
That's going to be good. So with the Vintage Bash, if you don't know already, we're going to be getting a lot of cars together. It's an event that Hearns Hobby supports. It's going to be
Yes.
held at the Kilo Club.
Yes.
It's being organised by Tony.
Tony Gray
Yep.
and the committee,
Yep.
Aaron and Lewis.
That's right. And if you want to race, the racing has already been filled.
Entries are filled. They
Yep.
closed. They shut down at 200. And that's
That's
just so we all get on the track.
That's right. But it doesn't mean you can't go there and still see all the various vintage cars that everyone's
And
going to
be
bring out.
part of it.
That's right. So it's just going to be like a huge car meetup,
Yeah.
I think.
And
Just
it's-
come down and enjoy.
There's people coming from all over the country, even from international, are coming over to enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just probably more about celebrating the past, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
You know how much
Stuff
fun.
that's really dear to most of our hearts.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
because we're a lot of the people doing RC have been doing it for a long time.
Yes.
You know, since the 25, 30, 35 years. So it's really good that we're having this vintage event
Mm.
to pay homage, and it's not all just racing. It's just fun, show and shine, comical.
Well,
You
we're
know.
going. We're going with the comicals. You're
We're
going to
going with the
with a
comical and the frog. We're all going to have turns at clearing the triple with the frog. And yeah, it's going to be great.
It's gonna be so good.
So that is Kilo and a bit of vintage bash.
That's right. That's right.
Now, what else
So
do
I've
we
got a
get?
question here from Anthony.
Yes.
He wants to know how many raffle tickets are left. So I don't know. You better get onto it.
Yes, the raffle.
So we had the link put up last week for the raffle. Now this is the Vintage Bash raffle where you get the chance to win a Kyosho Optima Mid.
Yeah. So it's the Kilo Club. So
Yes.
Kilo's hosting the event.
Yes.
We've donated a Kyosho Optima Mid
Yep.
to the club.
Yep.
And they're going to raffle it off.
Yes.
And it's all going to be part of this big project of theirs as well. All the cash is going to go to the club to help the infrastructure and give us all a really nice place to race at.
Like how many tickets were there? 100 tickets.
100 tickets
And
at $20.
and at the end of last week,
Yeah.
they've already sold how many?
Yeah, in 48 hours, they'd sold 50.
Right. Okay. So if you want a ticket, you better go and have a
Yeah,
look.
if there's still some available,
Yep.
we'll probably post that up over the weekend, actually, if there's any available or
Yes.
not. But yeah, get amongst it because that is going to be huge.
Yes.
That is a very desirable
Really
car.
good chance to get a super nice car that hasn't been around for a long
Is
time.
it?
Yep. And basically, you probably, if you don't know, these Kyosho re-releases are not really re-releases. It's a re-release of an idea of a car, but actually been fully re-engineered.
It's all new.
Yep.
It's-
Every single part. So it's been remade so that you can still use old bits.
Yep.
But all the tooling is all brand new.
Yep.
So they designed them. You can use modern electronics, brushless motors. They've been beefed up.
So things like countersunk screws that they wouldn't have had.
That's right. That's right.
You know, slipper clutches on transmissions.
So the countersunk screws are only available on the Turbo Optima Mid version. So hence why this original release, they've given you another body and stickers so you can make it into a Turbo Optima Mid style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this is going to be really, really, well, even if they do more editions of this, I don't think they're going to do the turbo edition, are they? This one with the two bodies.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah.
So
Because
really
we got the
cool.
gold shocks and stuff on it. Yeah,
Very cool.
it's good.
What else
Okay,
have we got? Let's
we
get into
have
some new stuff.
we've got some Tamiya that's turned up.
How
what do we
much?
got?
How much to me turned up?
A lot of Tamiya turned
Do you
up.
want to start with little stuff?
Give me something little. What do you got there? Okay. This isn't particularly new, but it's back.
It's back.
Buggy Ray, is that what you call it?
Buggerer. Yeah.
Buggy Ray?
And we only got like a couple.
Yep.
So these are really desirable.
They're really popular with racing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's something that
Particularly-
we do up at Bendigo.
Yes.
Truck class is huge.
Yes. It's good fun.
We've got one.
Mm.
BJ will be racing truck class at
The
Classic.
Classic.
You'll
Yep.
be racing the green and pink truck that we did
Yep.
up.
Yep.
So that's really cool. So this is really cool to have back in.
Yep.
And I know it won't last because this bonnet truck was really popular.
Yes. Because most of the other ones are just a flat nose.
They're
right?
just cut over.
Yes.
Yeah. So this bonnet truck sort of looks pretty sportish,
Yes.
doesn't it? Looks very
Yes.
sportish. Not my
So
cup of
Maximum
tea.
RC has asked what classes we're running next week at Bendigo.
All of them.
So there's going to be Tamiya, Kyosho, and truck. Am I going to?
Yeah. You
Oh,
can
I'll
come
go
too.
too. Okay.
I'll let you come.
That's very kind of you.
And TCR,
I'm TCR.
maybe.
Yes.
Depends how much we got. We've got to look after the kids and stuff too, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm not just going to be racing, marshalling. It gets too hard.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
want to have fun ourselves and spend time with people.
Yes.
Hopefully coach some kids, do some stuff,
Yes.
you know? It's not all about you, BJ.
No, that's right. Yeah.
And you're expected to bring your treats up.
Okay, I can do that.
You have to bring treats and treats and treats.
I can do.
And speak
Okay.
to Aaron.
Yep.
Aaron, you got a carpool with Aaron.
Yes.
Because I'm having a big weekend up there.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here we go. Terrell, six-wheeler.
Yep.
Now, I want to say, I didn't get a chance to Google this before. I want to say that this is brand new. Can I say that?
You can say that because that's what you believe.
Where is Tony?
Um,
Tony P will tell me.
So this is a different version of the
Let's
P34.
go to overhead.
So the P34 is one of the most famous of the six-wheeled F1 cars.
Yes.
They actually ran it in quite a lot of F1s. And
Yep.
They ran it over a couple of years.
Yep.
So this particular one is a 1977 Argentine Grand Prix.
The other one that we've had, or the last one that we had, that was the 77 Monaco. GP.
Monaco or Mexico? Mexico, I think. Mexico
Was it?
had white. The Monaco one was probably all blue.
Okay.
But those bodies were actually quite different.
Yes.
This is a very flat and section here looks very much like a cockroach. The other ones were a bit slimmer in the center with a bit of glass. Am I speaking too fast for you?
I think so.
Right.
No wonder the internet's breaking. You're speaking too fast.
Oh, so here we go. So we've been told it's not new.
It's not new.
It's the third or the fourth re-read.
Well, it's
Well,
new
I
to me.
don't know about this one because this particular version, it's got a hard body, so it's going to make a really nice shelf queen. It's going to have super clean detail. Molded in two pieces, so you got a white and blue section, easy to paint.
Yep.
And as you can see, the shape of the body there is super smooth.
The
Different to the other one.
You have to mount the tires.
Yeah. But the chassis itself is a 103. You
Yeah.
can't really see anything in here.
That's just the run-of-the-mill 103.
Yep.
With an extra front axle, isn't it?
There you go. All the bits.
More bits. There's a rear wing.
Yep. And as you can imagine, I mean,
Motor pod.
the Formula One cars don't have a lot of parts in them.
No.
Okay, so you got a fiberglass chassis that's down the bottom there. You got a T-bar suspension out the back.
Yep. But the main thing is going to be the
body.
four front wheels.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
That's
All
really
joined to the one
iconic.
servo. Yep.
All joined to the one servo.
Yep.
Really cool. How are we going to go getting new front tires for it? That's a concern.
New front tyres.
Or when you wear them out.
Oh, it'll be 12 scale.
You reckon?
Yeah, you could put 12 scales there. Just trim them down. That'll work.
Donuts. There
What,
we go.
fried donuts?
Why not?
I don't know.
I'll get my mate Corn Dog to trim me up some tires. Hey,
There you go.
there we
That's
go.
cool, isn't it?
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to see one go. Have
Mm.
you ever seen one of these go?
I don't remember seeing one on a track.
I used to race a lot of F1 and I loved it.
Yeah.
I really did.
Where
Back
are we
in,
going?
this one. This is a CC02. This is a Defender. And
Ah,
this is a real scale model.
yes.
You know, it's not going to be as capable as a TRX4 or an Axial, something like that.
Yep.
It doesn't have locking diffs. It doesn't have a 2-speed transmission.
Yep.
But you can bet that it's going to be really scale.
Yeah.
And really functional.
And
So
this
you're going to
is
have a
in
lot of modeling.
And it's pre-painted as well.
Pre-painted.
Yep.
And it'd be is it a hard body?
These ones?
Yeah. Or is it Lexan?
Oh, I think these Lexan, aren't they?
Lexan.
I don't know. I'll find out soon enough.
Lexan. Oh, with a white roof.
There we go.
Looks like a Wild Willie spare wheel cover. I've seen a few of them lately.
Oh, these things?
Not
Yep.
Wild Willies, but spare wheel covers.
Yeah, you see all sorts of wild things, don't you? Let's have a look at this body.
Touch my body,
Look at that.
Mr. Rustler. What are you looking at? Don't scratch it.
Look at that scratch. I'm going to leave it in the plastic. Don't worry.
I'm disappointed that it's painted.
You like painting stuff, don't you?
Not really, no.
Well, this isn't the easiest thing to paint. I mean, masking off these sort of bits. Should be happy that this one's painted. But as long as you like blue. If you don't like blue, then you're in trouble.
Well, it's sort of, what would you call it? Smurf blue?
Smurf blue.
Competition
it's
blue.
not Smurfy, isn't it? Look at that. Let's get
Look at
back
that.
in
You've
the box.
absolutely nailed that. Got that back in there.
Yeah. So this goes on the top.
This is a Tamiya CC02.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something a little bit more special.
What have we got more special?
And not that this isn't special. I mean, I respect this.
Yeah.
It's not my thing,
Yeah.
but they're very popular. We have sold a few of them.
What do you got there?
A black special.
A black special.
What is it?
It's an Avanti black special.
An Avanti black special.
It's interesting because they've just announced the Egress black. What's that one called? Is that the black version? Black special as well?
I'm not sure.
So it'd be interesting to see the differences. So obviously the Avanti has got all the aluminium parts on the suspension, which look really impressive. The Egress was very much a racing type version. So that had the suspension all plastic, which is like the same as on the VQS.
Mhm.
So it's,
VQS is a great car.
it is. So depending on, I guess, the look you want, if you want something that looks really spectacular, this is probably the one to get. If you want something that's more competition-minded, performance-minded, then best wait for the Egress, and that's probably going to be around Christmas time.
Now, this is actually already sold, this one.
Yes.
I meant to ask the lovely customer, Simon, if we could get in there and have a look at his box.
Well, it's a bit late
And
now because we're already in.
I ran out of time, but you know
Yep.
what, Simon? We're taking a look.
All right. So what's the difference with the black special?
Original casting, 1988.
Yep.
That's
So
pretty
the body
cool.
is original.
Tell me, I don't know. You have to educate me, mate.
All right.
I'm
The
a bit out of my
biggest
depth.
differences are the
Yes,
chassis.
The
Okay,
chassis.
The chassis originally on Avanti was fiberglass. It was what they called FRP, fiber reinforced plastic.
This one is not.
This is carbon fiber. Okay, so they replaced all the fiberglass parts with carbon fiber.
Yep.
The drive shafts are different. They actually got modern CVDs in it.
Modern CVDs that just have dog bones in the past.
Yep.
Do you want to zoom in and have a look?
Zoomage.
I've got my pointer here for just such an application. Oh,
Where are we?
Where
Looking at
are
the
we?
gears.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the resin gears. They're all molded in one piece.
and the clever thing I love about this is that they've put the gates on the back side and
Yep.
not on the face or on the tooth.
No, that's right. So that when you cut them off, it's easier to just run a file across it, and then take off the nub.
The nub?
Yep. And then over here, this is actually the ends of the diffs. So the Avanti started off the trend of the planetary gearbox. So it had really low profile diffs in there.
Really small diffs.
Yep. So that's the diameter of the diff.
Yep.
Tiny,
really
tiny.
cool.
How good is it?
Very
Okay, and
cool.
a shaft drive down the center. So it's a solid stainless steel drive shaft. And obviously actually
Well, it's
visible
got
here.
an under tray too. Of course it would have in a
Yes.
carbon fiber chassis.
Yep. So we've got the under tray.
Under tray.
Yep.
Got a beautiful decal kit. We've got some shock parts.
Yep. Comes with a motor as well. This particular one is a GT tuned. I don't know if we can see if we can. There you go. GT tuned.
GT tuned. What does that mean?
So I think it's like a outlaw stock, what we used to call an outlaw stock. So it's got a bronze bushed can,
36 degrees.
open end bell, so you can change the brushes, and it'll be. I don't know what the turns are going to be like.
No?
I can actually see the winds in there, but I think it's going to be pretty hot, but not super hot, because you don't want anything too hot in these vintage cars.
You just don't want to violate it straight from the get-go, do
Here
you?
you can see the CVDs. Really nice.
CVDs. What does that stand for?
Constant velocity drive.
Yes.
Oh, was that a test?
No.
Oh. All right. So what else we got? We've got full ball
You're
bearings.
pretty chuffed with yourself, though, aren't you? Hey? You love it.
I'm going to have a party after this. So we've got ball bearings.
That's
A
a
heap
little
of ball
one.
bearings. Yeah, this is when they
What is that
released
little
this.
one? Isn't there? Can you see it?
7x3s. 7x3s.
Where do they
So
go?
where do they go? They're either in the steering, or later on in like the Dinosaur and the Super Street, they actually use them for the suspension arms,
Oh,
like the suspension pins.
we've got modern wheel hexes. Is that something that's new?
Well, these are clampy style ones, so that's
Yeah.
new. So it weren't clampy style. I'm pretty sure that the original drive shafts were splined.
Yep.
So the hexes were fit over a spline. And then we've got some super duper springs here. I don't know where they go.
We'll have a
The
center-
disciplinary.
We'll have a center slipper diff.
Oh, it does have
Folded
a. It
thing
does.
there,
It
yeah?
does have a center. Yes. And then you've got this little spanner here with a Tamiya stamped in it. What's on this side?
Oh, have a
Let's see all the shocks.
shocking.
Okay, so you got the slimline shocks.
That's really
Okay.
going to dampen the mood.
Haha. So the Aggressor is going to have bigger shocks than that. It's going to have the high caps on it.
Good rebound.
And then this is all the rose joints. So they're each individual part of the suspension arms.
Yep.
And that's the bit that looks really good on these.
You really want a Aramex setup station for this job.
Oh, you will, because if you don't get that right, it's going to be pretty tweaked. Over here, you can see a bit more of the weave of the carbon fiber. And then the other thing too is these hubs here.
Yep.
These were cast aluminium on the original, and now they're CNC machined.
CNC machined and not beautifully anodized.
Yeah, and some more big chunky bearings there.
Love
How
it.
good is it? It's very, very high spec, isn't it?
I wonder if someone will build it for the bash. Would it be a runner? Is this something you could play with or not?
I think it fits in the rules, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, if that,
Yeah.
but no. But do you think that this will be a runner, or do you think it's something that's just going to be left in a box unassembled?
No, you can drive it. I
Really?
reckon you drive it. Why wouldn't you drive it?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. So there you go.
Be very careful.
Black Special. I like the way that it comes with a clear body, because quite often when they say a color or something, it's already pre-painted.
Really?
But this gives you the option of painting it whatever you like and using the special
To be
paint.
honest, I think it's probably one of my
Black
biggest disappointment about the Top Force Evo.
Oh, that's already
Really?
painted.
It's already painted.
Yeah.
And not that it's not a good looking car. Like
Yep.
it is pretty cool and a really
Yep.
cool sticker shape. But I mean, back when they were race cars, that's when we used to paint them all airy colours and stuff.
Yes.
you know.
Well, luckily, I mean, there's third-party bodies that are quite easy to get for them.
All right,
What do we got next? All right,
little
what do we got
car.
here? What do we got here?
Talk about little cars.
We've got some comments here. Let me try and catch up here.
Comments. I don't do comments.
I've got this question here, which I don't think we're going to answer. Is the turning circle on the CC02 better than the CC01? I don't know. I would imagine they'll be similar.
ICC don't know.
Sorry, Captain Nets man. We don't know. So, what have we got here? Why did I have that funny accent?
I'm not sure where that came from. You probably got startled by my beautiful hat.
Probably I saw his hat and I thought, oh, he's going to blind me with it. Oh, here we go. Clifton says he bought his first Tamiya 10th RCP 34 in 81. And last year he got the Pro Build version. How good's that?
That is super cool. I love it.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! We've got a guess on the car.
Yep.
Reliant Scimitar. Well, you're sort of there.
A skid mark.
There's no Reliant in there, but the Scimitar is right.
Is
Scimitar, like a big curvy pointy sword.
I can
Last
see.
one.
I can see Supervan.
Last one.
Last one.
Last one.
Last one.
What's it say? It's got Scimitar on it.
Yeah. Doesn't say where he made it though.
Oh. I don't know how to answer that one. So you're sort of right. You're
I
sort of right there.
think you're going to be really right.
Yep.
There's something very special though about this color.
Is there?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So you
Anthony
might
says
have the model, but I need the color. The color has a specific name. Show me the color.
Is it like a royal blue?
You can't.
Oh, sorry. It's
You're
not
not-
that at all.
you're
It's not that at all.
You're not included in
Totally
this.
different. Sorry.
Pillock.
Did I win something? No.
Yeah.
It's totally different. It's a different name. So it's a something dark color. Okay. So Anthony says the GD tune is a 25 turn, which is pretty good. It's not too hot. And now Wombat Workshop, he reckons, pink wheels to match the pink helmets.
Pink wheels and helmet.
We're going to have 3 pink helmets going around.
Yep.
And actually, there's going to be 4, isn't it? Because you're a frog.
Yep.
Yep.
The frog counts.
Yep.
Actually, you've got another one to do.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one, 4th one.
Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
one
with
to
the sunglasses.
do with the sunglasses. Well, we haven't
Oh, I've already
disclosed
thought
that.
about that. Oh, sorry.
We haven't disclosed that yet.
Don't worry, it's got nothing to do with the royal blue. What's this thing?
That's my hat.
How good's that?
Guess
What
what,
have I
we had? Guess what's back in stock?
Blockhead motors, old ones.
And you know what? I don't usually mention price, but I want to.
You want to? I don't know if you should mention price
All right.
because the thing is,
Go to our website. I'm not
Do
going
you
to.
know how many we showed in our social media?
Mm.
1/3 of them are gone.
More than a third.
More than a third now.
They've been marching out the door. There's
Right.
half.
There's only half of them left.
Half.
Okay, so if you're and ahhing,
In this hour when I go out there, there's probably under half.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So in 48 hours, we've managed to destroy
Yep.
a whole ton of blockheads marching out the door.
yeah. So don't miss out this time because last time when they came in, what did we get last time? It would have given us like
Or something.
Yeah, well, we only had like 4 available, right? Because we got the 10 limited edition ones.
Yep.
And then we had 4 additional ones to sell, and they all disappeared. So we got them back in stock. If you don't want to miss out, grab these. If you want a limited edition one, we still have some. So this is actually one of the limited editions. This is number 1 that I'm building.
This is the one you're building.
Yeah. So you might have seen one episode. Now it's been a while because I had a mishap. So as I was building,
What happened, BJ? Talk us through it.
I didn't check the memory card, and the memory card is full. So here's the card here. So this is where I got to. The only thing is most of this hasn't been documented. So I'll have to pull it apart and refilm it. So that's why there's been that.
A bit of practicing building it.
That's right.
How nice are the dampers on the front?
They feel really good.
Don't they?
And all these chromey bits are so nice.
And that's not real metal, by the way.
No.
Plastic.
That's right.
It's plated plastic.
That's right.
You did a good job of putting stickers on. You did that right.
Yeah. So I did that really early. That's unusual.
We do that like first step.
Mm.
Roll cage and the
Yep.
carry handle.
Once the roll cage went on, it looks so different.
Starts to look like a buggy.
Yeah.
It actually looks big.
It does, doesn't it? So this
Because-
is going to be finished off with all the engine detail from Night Customs.
Yep.
And I'm going to paint up the driver as I normally do with a super highly detailed paint job. And then this will be available as well.
You're going to put,
one of
you're gonna
10.
put LEDs in it.
I should put LEDs in it, shouldn't I? To make it super special.
And you can have them blinking.
You want them blinking?
Well, I don't know, like talking.
Yeah, you're making it really hard, yeah. All right.
I
There's
think-
a possibility they might blink or they might not.
They might just.
But yeah, so look out for this. So we'll get this ready, and at the rate I'm going, by the end of the year. But we'll let you all know when it's available. So it'll be a bit more special than the special 10. So bear in mind that we didn't think we were going to get this many of the blockheads come back in, which means these special editions are going to be even more special again.
No.
So we're going
to me,
to make 10 of these. We're not going to make any more.
Tamir Australia called up and said, "Hey, guess what?
Yep.
We got heaps of blockheads. Got a warehouse full. Said, send them all here."
Yep.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
So we got heaps. Well, we had heaps.
Yeah.
We don't have many now.
Yeah. So don't miss out.
Don't miss out. And check the website for prices because it's
Yep.
awesome.
Yes. All right. So we've got our blockhead. So what else we got now?
That's it.
Is that it? Well, how about we reveal? Oh, hang on. Oh, look at this.
What?
Anthony's been looking stuff up.
Has he?
Yep.
What have you
Blue
got
Princess
for?
Anne scimitar.
That is exactly right.
That's it. Shall we have a close look at this?
Yeah, bring it on the overhead.
All right.
Go on overhead. What have
Well,
we
that
got?
looks really small, doesn't it?
It is small. What have you done?
How's
Oh.
that? Is that better?
I wish
Get
you
in
had
focus.
told me. I would have painted my nails.
Hang on. Let's get in focus. There you go.
They were green the other day.
Were they? That's a pretty strong zoom, and it just fits in there. So you can imagine how tiny this thing is.
Well, what scale is it?
It's 1:87.
No, 176.
Is it? Oh, the double O scale.
I don't know.
Well, HO is 187. So double O, yeah, it should be double O. They're British. Is 1:76.
176.
Yep. Look, they even got the pinstripes on it.
How do they do it?
Well, I don't know.
They
Must have
must
really
have-
small hands.
They must have super duper mag visors.
Yeah, probably.
You haven't worn a mag visor for a while.
I do wear a mag visor when I'm doing the wire wheels, and
In the video,
yeah, you get to see them, and you get to see my shiny head too, because I don't realize that I'm covering the camera.
I'm gonna watch that. Can't wait to see you do the spoked wheels with your mag visor.
Yeah, they're on. All right, so what do we got there? This is
This
your
was
post fan.
the post band.
Yep.
What's the writing on it? Can you see it? Own a pocket post office. Buy a book of stamps. That's what it says in little writing.
I don't believe you. I can't read that.
Really?
I don't have my mag visor.
Have a look at the windows are clear. Who masked that up? That would have been a bloody nightmare. No? I'm having a bit of trauma with a bit of a sticky job of doing it.
I like the rubber caulking between
The what?
the cab and the back bit. What do you
How
call
do
the
you
back bit?
how do you know that's...
You can see the black caulking there. You can see
Oh.
that?
Yeah, well, otherwise it'll leak. Wait,
How
you
good
think,
is it?
think it's going to leave it open?
No, but on a little model like that, you wouldn't expect them to do anything, would you? He's our funky little
Three-
Reliant.
Three-wheeler.
Yep.
That is really cool.
So Anthony's got 1974 here. Reliant. So I don't know. I'm just going to believe him.
I have to.
Yep.
And
I
I
reckon
think
he's right.
I think we should agree. Go back to the front camera.
Yep.
I think we should agree that that is the last time that you should pick cars.
Wait, come on. I got 3 primary colours there. How good is it?
You did.
Yellow, blue, and red.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with that.
I know, but then
And they're a bit different too.
I just none of them seem cool. Are they cool?
Oh, no one ever said it had to be cool. Does it have to be cool?
It's Hearns, mate. It has to be cool.
That was cool as the F40 we had that time.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Mm.
That sold like a hot cake.
Mm.
Gone.
Different to a cold cake.
Uncle Tetsu,
That's down the road. Maybe we should go get one.
making me hungry. All right, guys. I think we should wrap this one up, Paige.
All right.
What do you think?
Sounds good.
Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you heaps for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's show.
It's been fun, isn't it?
We've had heaps of new stuff. I'm sorry, I feel like I dominated. It was all RC stuff. I'm sure next week we'll have a whole load of model stuff to bring you.
Hopefully.
In the meantime, yeah, check out we've got a new website this week.
Yeah, super clean.
Check out the new website.
Yep.
It is really searchable, really fast. Don't all jump on there at once and break it. It's still, still a fledgling, but it's really cool. Jump onto our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Check
New
out.
video every day.
We've been smashing videos out, haven't we?
That's it.
We've been doing up to all sorts of mischief.
Mischief.
And yeah, thanks heaps, guys. And
Thanks.
join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
That's it. We'll be here and we'll be seeing you there. So wherever you are in the world, take care and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye-bye.